Hi, so not really feeling great about recording, as is tradition, really, mostly because of the way I look. So to get to the point though, this is about the time where I would do like a regular update on how I'm doing with estradiol and dutasteride, and I felt a bit iffy about it because I don't think I've seen like significant changes or anything like noteworthy, other than like an interaction that I think could be causing something, and that would be that I had somewhat recently restarted taking ashwagandha to try to help with my mood and my gastrointestinal issues. And it did seem like it helped, but I've read like reports and like some people saying like studies indicate that it elevates like testosterone and even DHT. And I don't understand how that would interact with uh, the dutasteride as an example because it like blocks the 5 alpha reductase or whatever. So I don't understand how the DHT would still get through, but it's something I'm considering because I feel like I've had just like a concerning amount of shedding lately. Like when I shower and when I brush my hair, it just feels like a lot of hair comes out, and it's really distressing to me. So for the past couple days, I have stopped taking it, and I guess I want to see how that affects things personally, because it just I don't know, like I could all be in my head, but I almost feel like my hair looks like not as like dense. Like it almost seems like it's thinner than it was. Yeah, I don't know. It could just be like me like being in my own head about it. But yeah, I've been concerned about that, so trying not taking it and hoping that maybe when I get to finally see my psychiatrist again, maybe giving like a medication a shot, even though those concern me too. But this also ties into how I felt about the estradiol progress, and I I guess I worry about it having interfered with that too, because I noticed like the sensitivity in my chest wasn't as much as it had been. Like there wasn't as much pain. So I was wondering if it had diminished that, and I almost felt like my facial hair looked like it was coming back in a way. And I know that's not something that normally happens after you get laser, but the first 3 years that I had been on estradiol before I had to stop, well, estradiol and spironolactone, which is a testosterone blocker. When I had to stop them, it seemed like I got even more body hair and facial hair than I had had even before then. It seemed like it just increased, which is strange, but that's the what I experienced personally. At least how I remember it. Again, it could have been just a matter of my perception and having had been off of the medication for that amount of time, or having been on it and not having the testosterone in my system. But yeah, um, it was more than I had remembered. So I don't know. Like that could be my like imagination again too, that it's like affected me in that way. But that's another reason why I'm gonna pause it. I'm a little concerned about how it'll affect me like mentally and internally. But I seem okay right now, and it's only like a few weeks before I get to see my psychiatrist. So hopefully everything will be okay with that. I don't think I really have anything else to say in regards to these things either, because I don't really notice much of a difference in things in like any sort of positive way other than what I said. Uh, so sorry, it feels like I need to clear my throat. Anyways, so this week I had my like last 2 days of going into work at the school uh, before I'm off for the summer, and that was like a little bittersweet, I guess, because it feels bad to say bye to people, even if it's only for a short time. And there were some people that I had to say bye to that was going to be for probably a longer time, or maybe an indefinite amount of time, because there were two teachers who retired. So that was kind of emotional, um, and had me feeling a bit melancholy. I did go to the like after party thing, or it was like a lunch thing on the last day that I was there to celebrate their retirement. And I was glad that I went to that. I was like originally not going to because I don't feel comfortable in like big groups of people. But I was glad that I did, and it was really nice. And I got to say, bye and wish people a nice summer to more people than I had gotten to if I had not. So that was nice. Um, Not sure if there's anything else to really cover about that. So I'm going to move on to the next thing, which would be that I also, like a few days ago, saw my therapist for the last time because she's leaving. And that was really, really difficult for me because I'd liked her quite a bit. And I just had never really imagined that this was going to happen, especially not like so soon. It feels like it's really soon. I mean, I've been seeing her for like about a year and a half, maybe a bit more. Um, and I just really liked her. She was really sweet, around my age, and had a nice sense of humor. And she even made me laugh during this last appointment quite a few times, which is impressive because I was crying most of the appointment. Not even just because of her leaving either, but just because of how I feel about my life and everything. Um, and feeling like I hadn't come as far as I had wanted to, and almost like I had kind of regressed in some ways because of how I feel about my appearance, like my skin and my hair and everything, and how it makes me feel to be like in the world and to like interact with people and everything. I didn't want to go and see her that day because my skin was broken out pretty bad, and I didn't want to go out at all. I mean, that's how I feel a lot of the time. A lot, like, especially because of how I look. And I thought about making a video about it too, to talk about what that's like. Um, but yeah, it's tough for me, and I'm really gonna miss her. And like I said, I cried most of the appointment, and I cried most of the drive home, and I still kind of have that like thought and feeling in my head, like about not ever seeing her again in my life. Even though she was just a therapist to me, I still didn't want to like have to say goodbye like that. And I mean, it would be nice if I could see her again, but I am also not like counting on it. But who knows? Life is weird, so maybe, maybe someday. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm happy for her though, because she's like, going to do her own thing and is gonna, I think, do like private therapy or whatever, which, as far as I know and understand, is like a big step up over working at a clinic or whatever. So that's really awesome, and I'm really happy for her for that. And I'm sure she's gonna do great because I thought she was a great therapist. And yeah, I'm almost out of time too. And I guess that kind of works out because I don't really know what else to talk about too much. Other than, yeah, like I said, I've been thinking about doing a video on um, what things are like and you feel not good about your appearance, to put it lightly, and how it affects your life, and maybe even like how that in combination with financial insecurity, I guess, to put it lightly, or to not have like money or poverty or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Anybody watching this, I wish you the best, and I really appreciate it. And I guess I will see you next time. Please take care. Goodbye.